That really is not a county commissioner's question. Although the county commissioners do have a great security person sitting right here that did an excellent job on securing the courthouse for all the workers. I do believe that the high schools and grade schools need better security. I mean, I've walked into the high schools, nobody stopped me, nobody knew who I was. I could have had a gun on me. I walked into grade schools to get my grandchildren, nobody stopped me. So I know they do need security, and I think it's something that people should take up with those school boards. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question, we'll start with Ms. Hess. What do you think about the Intergovernmental Council?
Well, I think it's important that we have it, and I think the more that we can do things with other government entities will help in areas such as the Indigent Defense Council that now is mandated by the state. I believe we're partnering with Modrzynski to hire an attorney as the administrator of that and then to administrate that down. So I think it's important. My last term in office, I did not sit on the Intergovernmental Council, but I am supportive of it. I think it's a wonderful job opportunity to network with what's going around surrounding our county. So I think it's an important aspect, and I think that we've always had a representative on the Intergovernmental Council. I just didn't happen to do that when I was on the board. But I do support it. Excuse me, I do support it, and I think we need more of that type of thing. Thank you.
Ms. Fournier?
I have not sat on that board.
Can't hear you.
I have not sat on that board. I know we need it, but other than that, I really don't have too much to say about it.
Mr. Modrzynski?
I sit on the board. It basically kind of got rolling last year, and unfortunately, with everything that happened with my daughter, I wasn't able to really get involved too much. But I just recently sat on one. I think it was last week, and I like where it is, and I definitely support it. And we did team up with Modrzynski, like Mary said, and it's going good so far. And it's I'm trying to get back into it because this is the first meeting I've been to in a while, and I like the direction it's going. I think it's definitely needed. So.
Thank you. Mr. Neumann?
Yes, I see this as very important, actually. We have issues through the government that issues and programs that overlap, and we need to coordinate our efforts and the best for our tax dollars and all of it. And I think it is important. And we're all in this together, so what benefits one benefits us all. So let's work together as much as we can.
Thank you. This question will begin with Ms. Fournier. If new resources were available, what area of the county would you feel most needs additional resources?
We have a young lady that comes into our meetings every month.
Mike.
And gives us
Microphone.
We have a young lady that comes to our meetings every month by the name of Janelle that gives us her report on the cost for the children for the juvenile homes. It's $300 a day. We're going to be running out of money. So I think the best place to put that money would be into the child care fund if we had extra resources.
Thank you. Ms. Hess?
Can you repeat one more time, please?
If new resources were available, what area of the county would you feel most needs additional resources?
don't think that's a fair question, because they aren't available. But if in my make-believe world they were available, I'm not just gonna say one area, because, as I said, I think we have to plan long-term for the county and our county's resources. We need a new county building. There are lots of needs out there. But the child care fund is, I think, it's a cost that is split between federal, state, and county. And I think the county share is going to become more costly. We used to provide about a third. I think it's going to go upwards to about a half. And I've always been of the opinion that if we don't invest in our children, they are our future. Unfortunately, and I don't mean to insult anyone, but I include myself in this, we're not getting younger. Our children are getting older, and they are the future leaders of our county. If we don't invest in them, we don't invest in anything. And I think child care fund is going to continue to be more of a responsibility for the county to finance, and I put money there because drugs, bad family situations, all those things exist in some of our families with our kids. There's never enough money to invest in our kids. So I do think that's important, but there's lots of other things too.
Thank you. Mr. Neumann?
Apparently, child care has got to be at the top of the list, but just going around and meeting with people, I hear a lot of complaints about our roads, and especially the clearing of our roads in the winter. So, and I understand they're a very tight budget, I'm told, over there, and it's not necessarily a happy group. So maybe we have to be putting a little more money in maintaining our roads.
Thank you. Mr. Modrzynski?
Yeah, there's so many, different directions I go with this. Personally, I'd like to see more invested maybe in the Northern Lights, because that is a big part of this community. I mean, how many kids play hockey and figure skate? And you have to keep in mind the reason why Northern Lights is where it is because we're competing with Gaylord, we're competing with Traverse City. If you have a team that comes over here, that they're looking at Northern Michigan to come play hockey or for a tournament or figure skating, they're probably going to choose Gaylord or TC over Alpena, and that's unfortunate. So I'd like to see more, programs done with the Northern Lights and stuff. And obviously, they cover a lot of stuff, but I'm just trying to be different. So.
Thank you. We're going to start the last question with Mr. Neumann. What background experience have you had that will help you do a good job as a commissioner?
Well, I'm a bit of a news and political junkie, so I think that gives me some insight into a lot of different things. And I have worked on 4 campaigns for my brother, and that gives me a little insight. I also, over the past 4 years, have attended almost every Alpena County Commissioner meeting. So I'm somewhat familiar with their issues and the workings, how it goes. And I think I could just, with that, bring a common sense approach to tackling our problems.
Thank you. Mr. Modrzynski?
Well, everybody knows that I was appointed last year, and I'm sure most of you are like, who is this guy? And I've had a good time, and I have zero political background at all. Like I said, I was in the military for 8 years and moved back here, and there was nobody on the board, and I went for it. And here we are, almost 2 years later. And I enjoy doing this, and I think I can definitely benefit more. My goal, hopefully this next term, is to do more security-wise, especially with the schools. I'm trying to work with the superintendents and stuff, see if we can get something going. Not armed teachers, don't forget them, Just more security measures. Like if Illinois has a really good system where it's a buzzer system, get in the doors, and I think every school needs that. How do we not have that at schools? That's my main focus, and obviously, with the jail coming out in the new airport, I'd like to be here and really help out the community that way.
Ms. Fournier?
Could you?
Fournier, what background experience, well, doesn't exactly read correctly for you, but what background experience have you had that will help you do a good job as a commissioner?
Well, I am commissioner.
You are.
So I must have done something right. But I did start in Alpena Township at a very low level, planning and zoning, 14 years ago. I think it was 14. And then I started working my way up until I became trustee of Alpena Township. And I was trustee for 8 years, a long time. Truly enjoyed it. And then the opening come up for District 5 County Commissioner, and I thought, why not? I've got nothing to lose, threw my hat in there, and here I am. I've had 2 years now, almost 2 years experience as County Commissioner. And like I said, my favorite thing is budget, love budget. Last year, and we had over a $9 million budget. We only went over by $750. And that is huge. Don't know what's going to happen this year, but so far things are going good. And like I said, I have a lot of experience now in local government, so I hope to continue on. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Hess?
Thank you. A couple of things first. I urge you to go to the County Commissioners meeting tomorrow at 1 p.m. It's a general meeting. I'm not sure the child care fund is in as much jeopardy as we think. You have to remember that the county usually is in arrears when they have to pay that bill. And I've got the budget sheet from the child care fund as of September 17th, 2018. And it actually looks like they're at this point, they are funding themselves, and it looks like that will continue. That's not to say things can't fly off the handle with that budget really quickly. My other experience, I have 20 years full-time experience as a practicing attorney licensed in the state of Michigan, including 12 years as a prosecuting attorney. I have 8 years in the full-time general practice of law between 1986 and 1994. I ran my own business at one point during that time. I did criminal defense work, business, domestic relations, wills and estate, business law, general practice. I had 12 years as a full-time prosecutor, as an assistant prosecutor in 1994 to 2005 in Midland and Gladwin counties, and I retired from Gladwin County as the elected prosecuting attorney there. My time's running out. I graduated from law school at the University of Detroit from Northern Michigan with a bachelor's degree. I've sat on many things, and I would urge you again, then, this will summarize my experience as your county commissioner in 2015-16, I think, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So, DD18.
Yeah. So, please take a look at this and see me if you want to. Thank you.
Thank you. So we will begin our closing statements. Each candidate will get 60 seconds to close at the end, and we will start with Ms. Fournier.
I'm going to make it very short and sweet. Oh, I would like to thank you all who gave up your evening to come and listen to us. I'd also like to thank the League of Women Voters for inviting me. And when you go to the polls on November 6th, I hope you think of me as I truly care what happens to the future of our community. And I thank you very much, and have a safe trip home.
Thank you. Ms. Hess?
Sorry. Thank you. Again, I timed my speech, so hopefully 60 seconds. Thank you again to the League of Voting Voters for sponsoring this forum and for all of you for staying. I want you to know there are many issues, and I too want to be your county commissioner again, and I believe I did a good job before. I believe there is a storm coming, and its name is methamphetamine. Street names for this drug are crystal meth, ice, and crane. I expect crystal meth to run rampant in our area very soon because it has spread over the rest of the state. I believe we need to make a firm stand against it in our community. Withdrawal from methamphetamine lasts longer and is more severe than from cocaine. Trying to find money to buy crystal meth to escape withdrawal causes people we trust to steal from their families and friends. It turns homes into small fortresses. When the crystal meth user can't get the money at home, they look toward their neighbors. At relatively high doses, crystal meth can induce psychosis, seizures, brain bleeding, and reductions in our volume. Chronic high dose use can cause violent behavior, and an overdose may very well kill you. Both my husband and I have loved this area for many years. We chose to retire here. We chose to die here. We feel very blessed that we call this our home, and I will use my experience with law enforcement and work very hard to keep it that way. I'd ask for your vote on November 6th for County Commissioner District 5. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Modrzynski?
I'll keep it short. Thanks everybody for coming out tonight. You guys could have left, but you didn't. You stayed. That's really cool. Thanks for the League of Women's Voters for putting this on. Really good. This is my first time, so thanks for nobody booed. So we're there. Like I said, November 6th, you guys just get out and vote. That's all I can say to you guys. Make sure, tell everybody to get out and vote. You guys all know who you're going to vote for. I can't sit up here and tell you to vote for me and all this stuff. I'm going to be honest with you. You guys already know. It's already set. So if you vote for me, cool. I'll continue to do what I've been doing and hopefully above and beyond what I did this past term. And I can guarantee you that Mr. Neumann can do equally as well a job, if not better. So.
Thank you. Mr. Neumann?
Thank you for attending. It is my intention to listen to and address the concerns of my constituents. I would try to work closely with our state representatives, which I hope I will know personally, and the Michigan Association of Counties. I love our community, and I believe our brightest days are ahead. With a lot less politics and more common sense, I know we can make Alpena an even better place to live, work, and raise our families. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you very much. I have just a few things that I want to share with you about our upcoming election. First of all, the League is planning 2 more forums. On October 8th, candidates for the U.S. Representative to Congress will participate in a forum from 7 to 8 o'clock at Alpena Community College in room 106 across from the Random Theater. And then another one on October 15th, another forum. The League will present an information on the ballot issues between 6 and 8:30 at Alpena Community College in the Random Theater. Also, I want to mention Vote 411. The League maintains a Vote 411 website at www.vote411.org. All you need to do is just enter your address. It will give you a preview of what your ballot specific to your address. The League has also submitted questions to those running for office. And if the candidate has answered those questions, his or her answers will be on the website. There is information on the table back there about the Vote 411 website. Also, absentee ballots are also available on the back table. After you fill in the information on the application, you must turn it in or mail it in to your township clerk. The clerk will give you your absentee ballot or mail it to you. After you complete the voting process, you may mail the ballot back to the clerk or return the ballot to the clerk. The last day for registering to vote is Tuesday, October 9th. Election day is Tuesday, November 6th. The polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. You may not vote a straight party ticket in this partisan section of the ballot. Remember to vote for the proposals in the nonpartisan section. Last but not least is some information on the League of Women Voters. The League of Women Voters is an organization that encourages active and informed participation in government. The League is open to men and women. A new part of the League membership just this year is that students enrolled in high school or college and are 16 years of age do not pay membership dues. Currently, we have, in our League, we have 2 new students. One is from high school, one is a high school student, one is a college student. There is also information on that back table if you would like to join to be a member of the League of Women Voters. We would love to have you join. Remember, democracy is not a spectator sport. This concludes our event for tonight. I want to thank everyone, all the candidates for coming out, and all of you for showing up. We really appreciate it. Thanks and good night.